What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Cookout number
Yo, yo.
43. What's
What's
happening,
happening?
going
everybody?
on?
What up? What up?
Man, we
What's
here
You
on
going
a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday?
On a
Yeah.
Tuesday.
the club going up?
Hey, whoa, copyright. Whoa, chill out.
Oh, sorry. Wait, whatever happened to him? Has he had any more music?
I don't know, man. Maybe he's like
Hmm.
producing stuff behind the scenes. You
I
know
think
what I'm
he
saying?
had like a
ghostwriting.
I think he had an internal beef with Drake, and they
Nuh-uh.
canceled that man.
Dang, for real?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what the street saying?
Don't mess with the bigs. That's what
Oh,
happened.
no, I live
Isn't he
downtown.
from Canada too?
Yeah, he's from Canada.
Oh man, it's Canadian beef. It's bacon.
Canadian bacon.
I'm screaming.
Speaking of Canadian
Anyways.
bacon, I'm eating some General Tso's tonight. Shout out to the China shop.
Is that the sponsored? Is
What's
that the
that got to
sponsored
do
meal?
with Canadian bacon? How was that the back off of Canadian bacon? If I may ask.
Meats.
Copy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
How y'all been? It's
Alright.
been a minute since we did a cookout. I feel like.
It has been. It's about been a week and some change. As
It's
a matter
change.
of fact.
It's been a lot going on. Catch us up. What's everybody been up to?
I have seen most of the Fast and Furious films. Remember, I told y'all Regal Cinemas was doing a thing where you can get tickets and you can see a movie leading up. This week is the last week. I think they're gonna do Hobbs and Shaw next week, but I'm not doing that. So this week I'm gonna watch episode 8, and then that's a wrap. Also, I was talking a lot of junk about him on the Discord, but the Fast and Furious franchise is not that bad. It's ridiculous in that
It
the
is.
stunts they're doing make zero sense. They should not be able to do them, but the films are quite entertaining.
Yes. I enjoy watching those movies, except for like Hobbs and Shaw. I didn't. That movie was out of bounds for me.
And I would
Yeah.
argue that Tokyo Drift is the best one.
The best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot
That's
of
a
people
good one.
Make that argument.
I
think a
like
lot of people make
the
that
one
argument.
where The Rock first came in. I like that.
I think that was the one where they were in
That was 5. wasn't it?
Bill and they stole the
the safe.
big
Yeah.
huge safe, the vault basically, and they were driving in the streets.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one I remember. Anyways, guys, we got a lot. Well, we don't really have a lot to talk about,
Not
but
too
we do have
much.
some news stuff that we're gonna get into. And then what are we gonna get into? We're gonna combine our Marvel ranked movies, our MCU ranked movies.
We gonna try. We gonna try. I don't know if we can do it in a short amount of time, but we will definitely try. I think we should at least try to put the Marvel and the Fox together. Hopefully, we can get that done easy. But there's actually the Fox is not too bad. It's gonna be a fight for the bottom again.
Yeah, and just to let everybody know, we're probably going to move. We're considering, and I think we have decided we're at some point. One of these weekdays is going to be the weekday for the cookout. Moving forward, we're going to move all of our streams from the weekends to the weekday to free us up on the weekend, so we can have some time to do things that we want to do as the world opens up and we can go back outside. So that's going to be an adjustment. It's something we're trying to adjust to. That's why there was no Saturday stream. If you were wondering why there was no Saturday stream, so we're going to do that now. I think Tuesday right now works, but we've got some more flexible dates. But just FYI, the cookout will probably be on the weekdays moving forward. And
What up, Steve?
Steve, what's going on?
That boy Steve.
All right. Well, that's my top of the morning, well, top of the stream news, breaking news from the gumbo side of things that I want to break. Without further ado, I guess we can get into these topics.
Let's do it, man. What is up first?
Well, if you have been watching Loki or watched episode 1 of Loki last Wednesday, we got our episode 1 review up on the channel now. You can go check that out after this stream. JBM, you were not a part of that stream last week. We definitely want to hear your opinions about the series, episode 1 thus far. What's your take?
So episode 1, I enjoyed the show, pretty much all of it, right up until the point to where they revealed the villain to be another Loki. And then I lost interest. And then I learned about who might potentially be the second Loki. And I'm hearing it might be a lady Loki.
Yes.
So after learning more about that, I'm more interested now. So I'm back at the point where I'm ready to see episode 2. But yeah, I like everything about the episode. No real complaints. It's not WandaVision, thank God.
It's definitely not, and I'm happy about that too. I got a little nervous when they showed the devil on screen, and I was like, "No, not again!" It made me think about all the Mephisto drama from WandaVision, but thankfully they cleared it up in the next freaking sentence, and they were like, "Nah, it's Loki."
Did you see that link I posted in Discord about Mephisto and WandaVision?
No.
Oh, yeah, the showrunner hadn't even heard of Mephisto prior to.
Yeah. And all the red herrings pointing to Mephisto were like coincidental.
That's bananas.
I don't even like that.
She never heard of Mephisto up until they started doing I think it was the promo press releases. Yeah. That's wild. That's a ball drop.
I did see, like, when they dropped the news, well, I wouldn't say that Marvel dropped the news, but like there was some stuff behind the scenes, people saying that Lady Loki would be in the show, and some pictures of the woman who would be playing her. But that's about it as far as like secrets and snippets that got out. I'm wondering if we're going to see more than just one variant of Loki on the show. I feel like outside of Lady Loki and Loki, we might see a few more. My mind always runs back to the little cartoon that went through when he was going through the line and they made him take a ticket, where Miss Minutes was explaining what variants are, and she was talking about the sacred timeline. There was a little caricature that was yellow, and they showed the different variants of that caricature. Not only were they all different shapes and sizes, genders, they look differently. So I'm feeling like we may see more than one Loki variant in this. Or at least
What's up, Ducky?
I'm not upset if we don't.
That'd be cool if each episode, I think somebody mentioned that too, each episode we see a different version of Loki. That would be like a true to Loki story right there.
That's an element that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing within the story. I also like how they handle the multiverse and that explanation, and how time works within the MCU with the sacred timeline and all that stuff, and like the deeper implications of that. So the variant aspect of it is cool.
It is cool. Who are the timekeepers?
They were.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think they were just people who were created for that purpose and that purpose. Oh, you're talking about the timekeepers? That was the 3 dudes from the beginning? I thought you were talking
3 beings. I don't know if they were like dudes or gals or orcs, elves.
No, they're celestial beings, I believe.
Celestials.
They're not. No, they're not the Celestials, but they are of that. They're on that level of power.
Now, are they like the most powerful things in the universe? Because those Infinity Rings had like no juice wherever they were.
I would say the one above all is probably the most powerful. But I mean, I would say of what we've seen in the MCU, they're definitely the most powerful characters that that have thus far been portrayed on screen.
Y'all think we'll see those characters pop up and be materialized?
But the Timekeepers?
I don't think so.
Maybe not in this show, but I think we could see them eventually. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to put it in the show. It's just like that's a lot of CG. I don't know. I mean, I think the budget was pretty good for the show, to where we could see something like that. But they might save that for the movies.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see that, like an end credit, or see him pop up in Doctor Strange, possibly. I could see that.
That boy Steve says, spoil me please, because I must be forgetting something. Didn't Loki die in the beginning of Infinity War? How did he get a time cop series again?
Oh,
game.
That game, when they go back in time basically to when the first Avengers film was taking place, when Loki was attacking New York City. I think it was Iron Man who dropped the case that had the Tesseract in it, and Loki from that time picked it up and left the sacred timeline, and he went elsewhere. So this is not the Loki who died in Endgame. This is the Loki who was trying to take over the world in the first Avengers film.
Yeah, he's a variant in
Yeah.
the time stream, man. And they explain all of this in the opening of the series. But it is a scene that happens in Endgame, and I remember, because I made this comment on the stream, on the review, I was like, when I saw that happen in Endgame, I'm like, yo, they can't just let that slide. Like, this dude literally got away with the time heist. Like, that was never supposed to happen. He wasn't supposed to escape custody back in New York. And so, like, I kind of speculated at that point that that's what the Loki show would be about, and thus, lo and behold, here we are.
So, Mike Porter.
Mike Porter 63.
Mother flipping Porter.
He joined
Shout
us
out to the Den of Nerds.
Discord. Thank you.
Yeah, one of the members of the Den of Nerds, man, longtime member.
Shout out Den of Nerds, man.
Nicest people I've ever met. Just a good spirit. So glad to see him in here.
I didn't get to respond to JBM's question. I definitely agree with Coop. We might not see them in this show, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see them in Doctor Strange's film. I made the connection on the review episode that when Doctor Strange was saying that there was only one possible outcome when he was talking to Tony Stark about what could happen or what could go right, I believe that he was referring to the sacred timeline. I don't know if he knew that much about it, but at the time, but I feel like if anybody were to know about it, it would be the Sorcerer Supreme. And as we know, he is the next Sorcerer Supreme. So it's got to be him. And since since the next film is going to be the Multiverse of Madness, I'm sure the whole film is going to be him trying to restore the sacred timeline.
What go into that a little more when you say he was that was the only that you said he found that was the only timeline.
Yeah. So in Avengers Infinity War, when he's on, I think the planet Titan, or one of the moons, and he's doing his own thing, and he's looking to see all of the possible outcomes, and it was like thousands or millions of something different outcomes, and then at the end he said there was only one that would work. He didn't say the sacred timeline. I'm convinced that is the sacred timeline. Now that we know that there is a timeline already set, what's going to happen has been set by the timekeepers, like that's it. It had to be that. I don't know if at that time he knew about the Time Variance Authority and the timekeepers and all that, but if he didn't know then, he absolutely knows now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, and there is too, like on top of that, I'm thinking like there's a difference between possible outcomes and like the set outcome that is the sacred timeline that Imani is referring to, and he could possibly still see like any type of variant strain, but the one that worked is the one that is of the sacred timeline, which is why he would not have known really if he was looking at the sacred timeline or what have you. So like he doesn't even have to technically know about the timekeepers for that even to work. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we talked about that on the stream last week. Like, would he know about timekeepers? Well, technically he doesn't have to, because like a time variant and like what happens in the sacred timeline they're not while they are somewhat connected, like you don't have to know about the Time Variance Authority and timekeepers to be able to decipher like what is the right course of action. So like that's really cool. That's really cool, man. Think
I'm 1,000% sure that the Sorcerer Supreme knew about the sacred timeline, because in my opinion, she gave the Hulk the time stone mad easy in Endgame. And I always was questioning, like, is that simple? And the only way I feel comfortable accepting that is if she knew about the sacred timeline.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because, like, based on how the show works, right? Like, if you take if that was the wrong course of action, the TVA was going to correct it either way, right? Like so, it wasn't it was a win-win for her. Like whatever action she took, if it was the wrong one, it would be corrected by the TVA, and like it, it's inconsequential. But like her not knowing what the proper outcome was, she could take that gamble.
Also, I don't know if this is too deep, but I don't know if I like the idea of the sacred timeline, or at least if I like the idea of people knowing about it. Loki knows about it right now, and technically he does die later, so maybe this Loki isn't going to come back into the MCU again as we know it. But just, I don't know, I just feel like if people just knew, oh, well, there's just one sacred timeline where things happen, they would just wild out. Because maybe this is meant to be. I don't know. But that might be a little too deep. That's
Well,
me thinking too far.
Not really. He's saying so he's operating outside of the current timeline anyway. Like he's jumping in and out of time because the TVA exists outside of
It's
the
like a
sacred
depot.
timeline. Yeah.
Grand
So
Central
like
Station.
yeah. So like what technically he could live multiple, like he could live for forever outside, within the TVA doing whatever he's doing for them. But it would kind of explain why when we see Loki again, why like what's the change in his demeanor, if you will, like when you put him back in the timeline where he belongs, like he's going to be a different. His attitude is completely changed because we saw a lot of that in the first episode. Like he was more after he saw like everything that happens to him, his whole disposition changed, and he was more like the Loki that we saw in Endgame.
In the end, yeah.
Mm.
That makes me a little sad.
About that though, when he saw his end, that was probably one of the only parts I didn't like. I feel like those TVA police, I guess you could call them, were like super incompetent. They just seemed too easy to beat.
He is the trickster.
But I mean, they can, even if they mess up, like they can just erase it, like as like like whatever they have to do to fix the time like stream, like they have like technology that will erase that variant timeline. Like that's what we saw in that scene when they caught Loki in the desert. I think that was it the Moby Desert. They put that device down, and that basically nuked that timeline, that whole variant. So like, even if they make mistakes, even if they like, it takes them a while to catch someone, they can still erase all of what happened to make sure the sacred timeline remains intact.
Yeah. I mean, I just figured if they were in control of time like that, they'd be more equipped, better skilled.
I don't have no argument for that. I agree. He had Ruby. Her character's name is off
Ruby.
15 or 15B, but she's always Ruby. But yeah, he had Ruby running in circles.
Thanks, Mike.
I mean, technically, Ducky Momo, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, let's go back.
That is wild. What in the world?
Ducky
If
Momo
they
said,
did that, there'd be no more movies. There'd be no more story.
there'd be no.
that'd
Oh
be
my
Endgame.
goodness.
It'd
That
be
is
Endgame.
Endgame for real.
I'm not gonna say that out loud.
That is an Endgame. Oh man.
So I didn't watch Legends of Tomorrow, but it seems like Loki's not really fixing the timeline. He's just helping someone track somebody down throughout time.
Yeah, the TVA has already repaired the timeline. They put a different Loki or something back where it was supposed to be. So everything is smooth as far as they're concerned. They're just handling this current variant. I'm assuming, I think we'll get more info on it tomorrow in tomorrow's episode. But they're going to use this Loki to find the Loki that's causing all the problems.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be
I saw it.
Kane for a second.
I saw a theory online, but I I won't share.
Don't entertain the theories. They don't even have head writers that know the lore.
That was the WandaVision show.
Um,
That was
So
the
wild that they
WandaVision
didn't
show.
know that. But we're past that.
all that time. Do you know how much time I dedicated to researching? Y'all saw me in that encyclopedia at my father's house. I was reading, okay, Googling. I was calling people. Just, I can't.
Oh man, that was a good time. That was a good moment in history right there. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's exactly what it is, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Ha, Coop Daddy Yoda.
Coop Daddy Yoda.
What's up?
Sending greetings. What's going on?
I think that's all that I have for last week's episode. I'm excited for tomorrow's. That'll drop at 3 a.m. East Coast time. I won't be up for that though. I'll see it in the morning around 9 o'clock. And I'll let y'all know Discord how I felt about it.
For sure. We'll definitely have a recap going up 8 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
8
Yeah.
p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. tomorrow,
Eastern
we will be
on
here.
the channel. Talking Loki episode 2. I'm looking forward to it, man. I was very excited after the episode ended. Of where the potential of the show. It feels a lot different from WandaVision and from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like I said in the review, this really does feel like we're now in phase 4, like officially with this show, like because everything that was handled within the show seemed to be addressing things that are tied directly to upcoming properties. Like I can see how this in Quantum Mania and Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, all those things, big properties, and even the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, all this stuff ties, or No Way Home, excuse me, not Into the Spider-Verse. I can see how all these threads kind of sort of come together, and that was exciting. So I'm definitely looking forward to see how number 2 goes. yeah. We do a dual stream. We actually do stream to Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time. But we had a disconnect with the Facebook. We had to we fixed it though. But so we'll be live on Facebook as well. Probably I guess tomorrow. But yeah. What's the next topic?
Tyrese. Is the conversation about Morbius? Is the conversation about Tyrese? The conversation, I guess, will be about Morbius, but one day we need to have a conversation about Tyrese.
Hey, I guess we gotta wait and see if it's actually in the MCU. Because anyway, continue. Tell me this.
Tyrese confirmed that Morbius is connected to the MCU. I am not bothered by the news. In fact, most people are hoping, because that means finally Sony and Marvel are gonna make up. Yes, that boy Steve. We talking about the bike? Oh no, not the biker boy. That's
Biker boy.
That's mixed up the ball dudes. That's Derek Luke is that actor's name.
Derek Luke, Tyrese. Yo, that boy Steve, you wow.
That boy Steve, we talking about Baby Boy. That's Tyrese.
Man, that's
Transformers.
crazy.
Tyrese.
Yes. Baby Boy,
Fast and Furious.
Transformers, Fast
Tyrese.
and the Furious. That's Tyrese. Biker Boy is Derek Luke, who is
We
also
talk about the R&B singer.
Derek Luke is also Antoine Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
That is hilarious.
Where was I? Okay, so he confirmed that Morbius is a part of the MCU. Now, one, I hope so. I'm not saying that I don't trust Tyrese, but I just know for a fact that this information was not supposed to come from Tyrese. Like, Tyrese is not supposed to be the one telling us this. So I'm just going to operate the way I did yesterday before I saw that he announced it. And yeah, I'm just going to go into Morbius expecting to see a good film. And if it's connected, great. If it's not, the internet is going to jump on Tyrese something terrible, and I will be a part of it.
Yo, he's if that is the case, if it turns out that it's not actually in the MCU, he's fortunate that the movie doesn't come out till 2022 because the internet won't be as hot as it would be if it were coming out this year. But I mean, I got excited initially when I saw it, and then when I saw who the source was, I was kind of like, I mean, it could be true, but I'm like, if this is supposed to be a secret, like, how many cast members did they tell this to? And I mean, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. It's possible, but I won't get excited till I get some official. I'll wait for another source to confirm.
We all did expect this to be part of the MCU, right?
I did at first, but then they've been
far-fetched.
saying that it's not.
Yeah, the Morbius film, no. I wasn't expecting that to be, because Sony's doing their own Spider-Man universe MCU thing on its own, and the rumor was that Morbius and all the Sinister Six and like all of the other Spider-Man connected movies that are coming out on the Sony side were going to be Sony exclusives, and the Disney MCU Sony deal would not be a part of that. Like, they were only going to share Tom Holland basically.
Right.
But Sony was doing its own thing, and the Morbius stuff was part of that. Sony doing its own Spider-Man universe for Sony. But now, Tyrese saying that it's part of the MCU, I'm like, you could get hype, but it's also Tyrese, so take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Like, if Tom Holland said it, I would believe it because he doesn't do anything but spill the beans.
Yeah.
But I just know, I feel like Tyrese was talking to his publicist. So you telling me I'm not in a Marvel film? So I am.
Like, here's the problem is Tom Holland might have been on set filming some stuff for Morbius, and because he saw Tom Holland filming, he thought it was in the MCU, and now he's saying that it's in the MCU, and it might not technically be in the MCU. That's where the caveat is. Like,
I don't
you know what I'm saying?
You know,
that could be
I'm not
confusing.
gonna assume that, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna just wait till I hear some
Protect
official
our
confirmation until it comes out.
Yeah, the chat is feeling like Tyrese doesn't have it all together to know the difference between the two universes. So that was a baby boy level slip right there. That was Jody talking. That's what that was. That was Jody.
Yeah, I forgot he had been cast in the movie.
I didn't know he was in the movie.
I think when I saw that he had, when I saw the news, I was like, it kind of sparked a memory that he had been cast in the movie, but I forgot about it because like the Morbius news has been very under the radar. Like, we hadn't gotten anything really since the announcement, and then COVID and all that stuff. But I mean, like I said, it's possible. Either one's possible, but I will hold out hope until I've gotten some official confirmation from the studio.
Maybe they'll use this multiverse of madness thing to link the Spider-Man world into the MCU world, kind of how they did in the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales.
Yeah, this is kind of bridge. This is where I'm at with it. Like, that was how I was going into the film in the first place. Like, I thought Morbius, Venom, Spider-Man, Sinister Six, all that stuff was going to be its own thing, but it could loosely be tied back into the MCU at a later date.
I don't think it'll be coming back into the MCU until Blade. And from what I can tell, it looks like they've put a hard pause on Blade. Like, it wasn't even in the big trailer that they released, naming, all the films and their release dates. And then the tentative releases, Blade wasn't there at all. They hinted at the Fantastic Four before Blade, even though we've already know who's been casted. So I don't think they're going to get too deep into Vampire Land until then, or at least not in the MCU.
Yeah. I mean, that's my only. I just don't see, especially if this is supposed to be a secret, I just don't see them telling a lot of the cast members that it's in the MCU, because it's really not that important to the actual shooting of the film. Like, so the less detail that they give to the cast members, the less chance they have of stuff leaking. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I think what it does kind of confirm is that we will see Spider-Man or some other big names pop up in Morbius. That's for sure.
Probably that I believe. He saw something that made him think
I
he's in
think
the MCU.
that's kind of sort of where I'm at right now until I hear otherwise. Like, I think Tom Holland was on set, shot some scenes. He was there with Tyrese. Tyrese saw Spider-Man, put Tom Holland in costume, and just assumed that
Wait,
was.
if Tom
So how
Holland,
did he? What did he say? Like, how did he say this information? Was it a tweet? Was it an interview? What was it?
all right, I'm pulling it up right now. Comicbook.com.
Oh, never mind. It's trending now. It's trending. Hold on. Yeah, it's trending.
Comicbook.com recently spoke to Gibson, who plays FBI agent Simon Stroud in the superhero horror flick, and asked him whether Morbius is part of the MCU in the Avengers world. The actor didn't say much in response, but he also didn't hesitate in giving his brief but illuminating answer, yes.
Sony just put out breaking news. Sony just put out a statement saying that Morbius is not in the MCU. So, breaking news. There we go. Let's squash that right now. Sony's just officially stated that it's not.
Ooh, his publicist is on the phone right now.
I'm telling you, that's what happened. Like, I'm pretty sure Spider-Man is in the movie, and he saw Tom Holland as Spider-Man on set and was like, "Yep, this is in the MCU."
That is hilarious.
That is wild.
Funny.
Dang, man.
They tweeted it.
Yeah, it's trending. Yeah.
That's
IGN
hilarious.
is saying that Sony has put out a statement. I don't see an official thing from Sony, but IGN is saying that Sony has contacted them saying that it's not a part of the MCU.
That's hilarious.
That's funny right there.
That is absolutely hilarious.
Dang, man. And this was a video interview on comicbook.com.
Dang, son.
Yikes. Okay, well, we broke that for you guys. Now we know it's not in the MCU.
Tyrese is definitely trending right now.
Yeah, it's not impossible that it couldn't be linked, but I don't think the first film will be linked directly into the MCU.
That'd be the perfect way to bridge them all together, you know?
It would be, but part of the reason why this film wouldn't is because the Sony Marvel Disney deal was still in the works when this film went into production. So they hadn't even signed a contract to extend this partnership beyond No Way Home. So this film was basically kind of sort of in limbo. So was Blade, and so were the other. Well, no, Blade's not, but Sinister Six and then all of the other, and Venom, all those other movies were part of the Sony piece, and all this is kind of sort of waiting for them to sign that deal that they signed back in March or April, so that all of these, so that they could continue to share these characters. So with that, had that deal not gone through, then this movie had no chance of being in the MCU. Now, like a Morbius 2, because of the length of the deal, that could definitely be a MCU tie-in. But this movie, that wasn't likely.
I'm expecting this movie also to be just its own separate thing. Like, even though it's in the same universe as Venom, separate from that. Like, kind of how, even though it was reviewed negatively, New Mutants, like, stood alone from Logan. Like, it was its own thing. I'm expecting it to be its own little secret thing.
Yeah, because I mean, that's like the smart thing to do, right? Like, just to make it its own movie, so that regardless of if the deal goes through or not, like, you can still put the movie out on time.
Facts.
Like, you don't have to hope for the deal to go through, so you don't have to do any reshoots or rewriting the script and all that stuff, because that's like way too expensive. Best thing.
It's connected with the end credit scene. There you go. Boom. Be good. Show like Venom or Spider-Man at the end credits.
Possibly.
That dang Tyrese got us all talking about him for no reason. take his phone away for 24 hours, or that was an interview. They did it like on Zoom. They need to take his laptop away. No interviews, no nothing. Matter of fact, Marvel should not let him do any, because he was doing an interview about, or maybe it was about Fast and Furious. It was yeah. So maybe it was about that. No more interviews for nothing. He's done.
Yeah, they gotta give him the Tom Holland treatment.
Oh my
Like he can't just lock down the laptop. Can't let somebody's got to be there to while he's doing press so he doesn't spoil anything.
I'm mad
Tom
now.
Holland, man.
Let's get into this.
Him and Tom Holland, dog.
I forgot what he leaked. What did Tom Holland leak?
Everything.
Everything. The whole Infinity War Endgame, everybody died. Like this man,
What?
he spoiled the whole movie, dog.
How?
He spoiled. He said everybody died. Like they were doing press for Infinity War. He leaked that everybody was dying. Like in
Yes,
the movie.
he did it with Benedict Cumberbatch, and Benedict was like,
"Yo,
what are you? Come on, son."
Mark Ruffalo
Wow.
too." Yeah, Tyrese, Mark Ruffalo, Tom Holland. You gotta just lock them down on the press stuff. You don't tell them nothing.
The NDAs is weak. That's all I can think. Watery.
Oh man,
We find it
That
all
joint's crazy.
Everybody's
I'm
done.
mad now. Let's get into these ratings.
All right, let's
If y'all
do
are
it.
ready,
I'm ready.
let me share my screen.
Carol, what's going on? Good to see
What's
you.
up, Carol?
Let me zoom in a little. I can zoom in a bit.
All right, boom.
Ooh. So we are merging these.
Today we are merging these.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did y'all see this?
I expect several memes.
Yeah. I put that up there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that.
They actually, I just checked on Twitter, and they already have the gifs of him getting choked out in Baby Boy by Ving Rhames when they were fighting in the kitchen or in the living room. That's already up there, so it's only a matter of time. She's the wise. What's going on?
Hey, it's better late than never. It's better early. I'm glad he did it now, because if this was like next year, 2022, right before the movie was coming out, and this happened, oh my lord.
Also, special shout out and random shout out to my cousin Ashley, who met her current husband at a party at Tyrese's house.
Oh, that's a story.
Who met who?
It is. My cousin met her husband for the first time at a party at Tyrese's house. They just happened to be at the party. That's how they met, and they are married and they have a baby and they're gonna be together forever. So shout out to Tyrese for having the party spot.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
How is there not a story out of that? That's
You know
great.
what? I have a feeling that so much stuff happens at Tyrese's house
That's what I'm saying. There's gotta be a
Yeah,
story.
Tyrese's house is like a party spot. He made his whole backyard like an.
That's like it's like going to like Jamie Foxx or like to Diddy's house for a house party, and then you have no story to tell. Like what? How?
I didn't bring it up. The whole reason I wanted to talk about the Morbius story, because this is not the first time Tyrese has leaked information. But I didn't want to make it about Tyrese. But Tyrese is the reason why the people knew about the Dr. Dre Beats and Apple deal. Tyrese went on Instagram and was like, "Yo, this man is worth $1 billion."
Oh man, I forgot about
At
that.
his house. So yeah,
I wish I would have saw that. I would have went and bought some stock.
the video is probably still there. Well, that's probably a part of the problem. It was telling people stuff. So yeah.
Dang, already.
But let's get into this rating. Can I just say off top, I feel like we can leave the first two where they are.
On the
All
left.
right, wait a second.
Right?
I feel like Captain America Civil War and Captain America the Winter Soldier are fine just where they are. How y'all feel in the 1 and 2 spot?
I would agree with Civil War.
Okay, so
You think you would put Logan above Winter Soldier? I would not.
Nah, I don't think so. Never mind. Because now I'm like going to replay value, and I've only seen Logan twice, and I've seen Winter
Also,
Soldier
Logan is not
sometimes.
streaming anywhere. So let's also give, because I rewatched Logan recently, and it is as good as we remember it being. But the fact that it's not streaming anywhere is not helpful.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's true.
We can watch Civil War and we can watch all of Marvel right now. You got to watch Loki legally, or you got to buy it. I believe that's the only way to watch it. Not that I'm saying I'm promoting it, but that's your only
That's the
option.
first option.
That's what I do it like that.
Oh my god, that's great. Let's go. Yeah, no, I can say so. Logan is great, but the replay value. I've only seen it twice, and Winter Soldier was like amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And I like Logan, but I also don't like the fact that I like the movie, but I don't like the story. Because it's like, I don't like Wolverine being like, I don't understand, but anyway, it's still a good movie.
There are several other Hugh Jackman X-Men films on Disney Plus, but not Logan. So, yeah. Mike Porter, thank you. Winter Soldier is my number one too. I fought so hard and I lost. I'm still not happy about it. Matter of fact,
Oh man.
let me just show y'all. This is how I felt. Okay, I'm leaving that up for the rest of the show.
Cool.
I lost that battle and I was not happy about it. But anyway, how are we feeling between Logan and Black Panther?
Black Panther.
I would say Black Panther.
Replay value.
Definitely. Infinity War. Oh,
Logan versus
whoa.
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, I would put it above
I
Endgame.
feel like the top.
You feel like
Top-
the top five can
top
stay where they are?
five. Yeah, I mean, I can, if y'all want to talk about Endgame and Logan,
I would
but
say
I feel
that's
like
where the
Endgame's
battle is though.
I feel like Endgame would still pull away with it.
My only thing with Endgame is it's really the third act.
It is, but that third act is so strong.
But the third
I
act is a
know.
very strong third act.
Am
but is
I
that third act better than the entire Logan film? Is the question.
so as
What would you rather watch?
from beginning to end?
Because Logan is kind of dry too.
I wouldn't say that it takes place in a desert, so that's dry about it. But I
Yeah,
agree.
but not dry.
I think I would rather watch Endgame all the way through before I watch Logan.
I feel that.
Definitely curious to hear what this the chat's got to say.
But the chat,
Yeah.
please
This
let
is
us
gonna be
know.
interesting.
Cooper,
But
are you
yeah.
cool with that?
I'm cool with it. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Because
Okay.
I think, okay, so I've seen Endgame more than I've seen Logan too, so even the replay value, it still beats it.
You know what? I put Logan above Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, he's already down there. Okay.
You down there, I would have put Logan above Homecoming. If I'm being honest. I'm not trying to watch.
Logan above Homecoming and Avengers?
Yeah.
The Avengers? The first Avengers?
I mean, we put Homecoming over the Avengers. I didn't vote for that.
Yeah, that's
I got
crazy. Who did
I got
that?
outbid for that. I voted for the Avengers to be over Spider-Man Homecoming, and I lost.
Wow.
Y'all not
That must have
liking
been
the original?
That must have been
the
my
original-
Nah,
Avengers.
because I had seen it. I know I saw it recently, and it just didn't. Compared to the other Avengers movies, I don't know. There was a lot of
You know what? Yeah, Homecoming.
fan service and nostalgia, but Homecoming
Homecoming's good.
was I just enjoyed Homecoming more than I enjoyed
it's a
the
good one.
Avengers.
Well, I think
There's still a lot of that early cheese in that Avengers movie before that before the Winter Soldier shift, because the Winter Soldier changed the entire tone of Marvel in a good way. It kind of adjusted, tweaked some things.
so. What
And
y'all
I like the
saying?
villain in Homecoming more than I like the villain in Avengers.
So what
Yeah.
y'all saying is the top
Homecoming.
the top 6 on or from the MCU rating is still the top 6 in the Marvel rating.
I would say so.
Okay.
I would say so.
Okay, can we put Logan in now? Because I'm not putting.
Yeah.
I would agree. Is it better than Guardians 1 though?
Wait, what?
Is Logan better than Guardians 1? Guardians of the Galaxy, like, I don't know about that.
It was definitely better than
I watched Logan like 2 weeks ago. I truly believe that it was better than Homecoming. When's the last time y'all saw it?
when it was in theaters.
I will put it down, but I would hope that you all are able to find it somehow to watch it and to, change your opinion. I'm going to lose this battle clearly.
See, look,
Only thing with Logan was like,
I agree with Mike on this
powers.
Yeah, that's
I hate when they play with his powers like that.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about the movie. Like, it's a good story, but the fact that he had to lose his powers kind of weakens the movie for me. Because, I mean,
Have we ever seen a Wolverine movie with like his full potential power?
No, we've never seen any of these characters at their full potential power. If we're gonna keep it hot, but the X-Men the X-Men get nerfed like hard.
They do Storm so dirty.
They did. I turned it off in X2 when Storm couldn't take down a fighter jet. I turned that movie off. I said, I ain't taking me down this road.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Storm could not take down a fighter jet in time. Come on. Anyway.
Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy then, or still?
Look, here's my thing. I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, all right,
I did too.
My man Mike Porter put it perfect. It was great, but it's a little depressing. I didn't leave Guardians of the Galaxy depressed. I didn't have any expectations for Guardians of the Galaxy because I didn't know who the Guardians of the Galaxy were till I watched the movie and I was like, yo, that was entertaining. I enjoyed that. I will watch that again.
Now,
Logan,
the ending the ending was a little depressing with Groot, right? Just a little bit.
It was, but it was
but then he bloomed again and they made up.
It was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It was a worthy sacrifice. It was like, but you knew he was coming back because they had the end credit scene with him in a little pot and he was dancing. And you're like, yo, let's go. Baby Groot. he was Grogu before Grogu, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Okay, so what if we ignored
Yay!
So what if we ignored Logan and just talked about Deadpool? Where would y'all put Deadpool? Like, should we talk about that first? Is Logan too high on our list?
Did we put Logan too high?
Nah, Logan is right where he needs to be.
Okay.
I think, y'all know my take on the X-Men movies.
Well, I do think that the whole Fox film side is going to be towards the bottom of this list. Like, this by itself, that's going to the complete bottom.
Thor Dark World?
Fantastic Four.
That's going right there.
Yeah, the top 5 bottom is definitely
all of those.
Most of that list is going to be on the bottom.
From the Fantastic Four to the Fantastic Four, all that's going below Dark World. all of that.
At least we know that's going.
All that's going way down there. Put it in the can.
So basically, what y'all saying is Guardians of the Galaxy goes here.
You know what, Ducky? I agree with you. Just keep Logan, Deadpool 1 and 2, and then get rid of the rest of them.
I'm not even mad at that.
I'm not. If you compare it to the MCU list, yeah. I mean, what else do you really? None of these other movies can compare to.
First Class was alright.
But where is it going to fall in comparison to this Marvel list? But anyway, I don't know, the MCU stuff. It's like...
Yeah. So we got Logan above Iron Man. I say Logan was a better movie than Iron Man. That's me though.
We're gonna knock Ant-Man out the top 10.
I want Ant-Man's to stay in the top 10.
No,
Really do.
and we can't put him. We can't leave him there just because we want him in the top 10. But that I do.
Well,
think
I mean, is Logan a top 10 Marvel movie?
Yeah.
I would think
Okay.
So.
I could argue that.
I
Yeah.
would say so. I can argue that too. I'm good with Ant-Man being a number 11.
I also, just so y'all know, I lost the battle to have Ant-Man over Iron Man. I don't know if y'all remember, but y'all was like, it's a classic. Nostalgia. So.
Yeah, I mean, because it does set off the whole MCU, so like, it does get points for that.
So how are we feeling in between Iron Man and Deadpool and first Deadpool? I would rather watch Deadpool.
Y'all know I'm I'm not too much of a fan of Deadpool. I put Deadpool behind Ant-Man.
Cool. How you
Yeah.
feeling? That I would rather watch Ant-Man before Deadpool.
Yeah, I can't say that. Yeah, Iron Man and Ant-Man are both Deadpool for me.
They're
For
above
me.
Deadpool.
Yeah,
So then,
all MCU movies tied at number 1. Oh man, basically. Coop Daddy Yoda says Black Panther was surprisingly powerful. I see nothing on the list better than it. Maybe something equal, but not better.
Okay. Yeah.
Kendall, what's going on? Good to see you. Thank you for joining.
What up?
all right. How are we feeling in between Deadpool 2 and Age of Ultron? I'm going Deadpool 2.
I'm gonna go Age of Ultron.
Cool. You gotta break the tie.
Oh man, I love those sides, man. There we go.
Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2.
Let's get into the why though. Age of Ultron opening was a great opening.
What about the rest of the movie?
It had a great third act too. The third act was good.
I will say
Third act was
this.
good, and it had a
like-
great thesis statement. You know,
Yeah, but they really nerf Ultron in it. Like, I don't know. Like, my thing is with Age of Ultron, the wild thing is, even though WandaVision is what WandaVision is, it helped Age of Ultron for me in this whole ranking. But other than that,
y'all
like,
really
I
put
still
Deadpool
didn't.
2 over Age of Ultron. That's so
Yeah.
crazy. That's so
Yeah,
crazy.
I can't. Age of Ultron wasn't that good.
Deadpool 2 had no gravitar. You know, what was the thesis statement?
It's Deadpool. What do you mean?
Like, yo, these people
That's what I mean. It's like, you know, water balloons. It's fun while it lasts. When it's popped, it's gone.
What?
I mean, he's like he is probably the closest portrayal to the comic book version of himself of any of these characters.
Oh man. Hey, Deadpool. The accuracy is on with that. Yeah.
Y'all are fun.
Like, he
Okay.
was very on. Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, what's going on?
Hey man.
We're trying to
shout out
combine our rankings of Marvel films.
Shout out to all my nerd ninjas pulling up.
I just can't believe Deadpool 2 is above Age of Ultron right now. That's so
Okay. Age of Ultron was
Deadpool 2, not 1. Deadpool 2. That's so crazy.
Hey, they nerfed Vision too. Like, it's like, I don't know, man.
Everybody.
pick up
They
the,
nerfed Thor.
Everybody's nerfed, man.
he did
Everybody's
pick up
nerfed.
the
to be
hammer
honest.
though.
They dumbed down Black Panther.
Yeah, but then he got wiped in Endgame or Infinity War. Like he stood no chance against Thanos. Like I don't know. And I guess I don't know.
We can move forward, and if we are unhappy with our list when it's finished, we can
Hey,
all.
Mike Porter, you feel me though? You get it.
No, he did not.
Hey,
You see all them question marks? There's four of them.
It's fun in the moment, right? But when the moment's over, it's gone. You know, it's like,
No.
Yeah, but then you just make
fleeting.
more. You just make
It's
more.
fleeting. But then that's a third one. You know,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
talking about two.
Hey, look, water balloons still sell.
Age of Ultron is like a, you know, it's like an album, a little bit.
Okay, between Avengers: Age of Ultron
I
and
don't know.
X2, how
He just don't like Deadpool. Like that's it. Like
all right, Age of Ultron over X2. I have a feeling y'all are gonna say Age of
oh,
Ultron.
absolutely. Yeah, Age of
Yes.
Ultron. Yes.
How about this? Doctor Strange over X2.
Yes.
Yes.
Spider-Man. I'm asking. I'm not saying.
Far from home.
Spider-Man.
Absolutely.
Spider-Man 2 Far From Home or
Well,
X2.
Here. Let's do you a favor. Scroll down. Scroll down. Let's see where.
X2
X2 versus.
you know, somewhere from Thor and below, we can start talking about X2.
Yeah. So go ahead, copy Age of Ultron all the way to Ragnarok, and go ahead drop that down. Drop that on in there.
Y'all
And
know
now we can have a
now,
conversation about X2
Yeah.
versus Thor.
y'all know how much I disliked Captain Marvel, right? I would put X2 below Captain Marvel.
Ooh.
I'd rather watch Captain Marvel.
Okay, we got Captain Marvel below Thor.
We did.
Hey.
Captain
I
Marvel was
say-
not a good movie.
Okay, can I just say, Mike Porter said it. I feel like we were a little too harsh on Captain Marvel, but the reason why it's down there is because the MCU as a whole is
It's
just
that,
so
man.
great.
It's hard to compete.
So because it's at the bottom, I'm not saying that it was bad. I'm just saying that a lot of the other Marvel films were better. But I liked Captain Marvel and I enjoyed the Skrulls and younger Samuel L. Jackson.
Listen, my man, Mr. Anderson said it best. I can't put it any better. X2 was good, but IDK, if it's better than anything in the MCU.
So are we literally putting Thor and Thor the Dark World over all of the rest of the films?
Now,
Rather
my
watch
only thing would be I would cherry
Dark World.
pick First Class and the Wolverine would be the two that I would cherry pick to be somewhere toward the bottom of our MCU list. That's all I got.
So, well, we
Okay.
say that these
Like, I
Days
would-
of Future Past above. Not right.
That's the first one, right? X-Men
Dark
First
World?
Class was the first one, right?
the first of the reboot, yes.
Yeah, that one I enjoyed. I would put that one. My vote would be, what's the bottom of this list?
Dark
Thor.
World.
I'd rather watch that. I'd put it above Iron Man 2.
Thank you. You talking about First Class?
Yeah.
We can rework this list.
X2. I feel like y'all not giving X2 the love it deserves.
My X2 had Storm losing to a fighter jet.
First of all the movies are stupid. Second of all,
Crazy.
you were
They
you're
had butt
you were
injections with
displayed
lead.
by-
Like, what?
Listen, your brother got your head.
Wait, what?
You remember that, Coop? Don't you forget it.
Oh, you talking about the
Yeah, they had that scandalous moment. I'm like, this is nothing. Got nothing to do with X-Men. This is some connections right here. What is going on?
Wait, what?
Agenda. In the bathroom
Oh,
stall, they
man.
had the security guard with his pants down, with his butt up.
She had to put iron in his blood. Why are you so much?
Why they have to do that though? There's so many other ways to put iron in your blood, like
It's a lot of cheese.
the butthole.
All right.
That's
and
where we going.
we going back to the list. Where am I putting X-Men 2?
At the bottom.
All right, can I say? All right, well, how about this? Thor. I would rather watch X2 over Thor. JB, when was the last time you watched Thor?
It's been years,
You
but I
don't
would
want
watch
to
Thor.
watch it again.
I tried to watch X2. I turned it off.
You didn't even finish the movie, so I feel like you didn't finish. We
Nope.
shouldn't be talking to you.
I got a headache. The movie gave me a headache.
Oh, please, we can watch X2 over Thor. Please.
X2 was horrible. Thor was
I'm a
a
little
good
biased
story.
because Thor is like one of my favorite Marvel characters. I'm not
Thor
gonna
was
lie to
good,
you.
man. Thor
I
was good. Like X2, all those old X-Men movies
I
have
can't
got to be
honestly
at the
say
back
that
of
I
the
would
list.
watch X2 over Thor 1. I just can't. I just can't. I
Fine.
can't. I
X2
can't.
or Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot right
I
now.
like okay, so but me, I like Captain Marvel a lot more than most people did. So like, yeah, it's Captain Marvel for me too. Like, there's none of those Fox movies are better than the MCU movies, in my opinion.
Okay, so then we're just putting Thor: The Dark World here, and then I'm putting the rest of this. We're not going to say we could put X2 all the way to First Class over Thor: The Dark World.
My only
We
caveat are First Class and The Wolverine. Those are my two debatable movies to put above uh, Thor and Captain Marvel. Maybe Ragnarok. Maybe Iron Man 2.
Yeah, the Dark World is a weak link, but it's not weaker than X2.
all right. What if we ignore X2?
We can't ignore X2.
Where's Days of Future? Maybe we have
Days,
X2.
I agree with JVM though. I would put Days of Future. I would watch Days of Future Past before I watch Dark World again. And I've seen Dark World recently, and I feel that way.
All right. What about X-Men First Class? Would you put that over Thor: The Dark World?
I haven't seen Dark World. Yeah. But we have Dark World under Captain Marvel, and I would put both of those X-Men's above Captain Marvel, probably even above Thor. Definitely above Iron Man
I
2.
would okay, so I would say Days of Future Past,
Iron
First
Man 2 get
Class,
above Thor.
Dark World, and then X2. That would be mine. That would be how I would rank them.
You said Days of Future Past, then First Class, then Dark World.
Hmm? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so we really about
Days
to
of Future
keep
Past, First
Captain
Class.
Marvel above those X-Men movies, those two reboots. That's what
Yeah.
we doing.
Yes.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? I might be with JBM on this one.
Hey man, Ducky Momo fills me.
I
Yo,
First Class. Okay,
that Professor X and that Magneto, they were great. They were amazing. They were great.
How about now? How y'all feel about this?
How did we put Iron Man 2 so high?
what do you mean?
I remember Mickey Rourke in that movie, and I'm like, nah, this ain't it. Oh, I remember it was
Y'all
2-1
said
vote. It was
because
a 2
it
to 1
was
vote.
Who was
No,
y'all? I voted for that movie to be higher, and y'all
No,
out.
I'm
no
saying it should
y'all.
have been lower.
I voted for Ragnarok.
You did,
Yes,
and I said I fell asleep on
'cause-
Ragnarok. I
exactly.
also said Iron Man 2 had whips, and I don't do the whip action.
So I was fighting for Ragnarok to go way higher
The
than
whips,
what we put it.
the whips is why Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was over Iron Man 2.
I feel like we disrespected Ragnarok for real.
For no reason. Like
For no
Ragnarok
reason.
is not that bad. Like Ragnarok is not that bad.
Oh, that's funny to me. Man, I must have been really persuasive that day. Good gracious. Yeah.
I have no goodness gracious. I don't understand. That
All
one
the
I don't
Thors
understand
are at the
because
bottom.
Ragnarok is the best Thor movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed Ragnarok.
It's better, definitely better than Iron Man 2. Even though I fell asleep on it. I'm probably tired. Oh, we can change the list? Okay. Okay.
Ducky is home. Thank you. Yes, I'm with you. Like that don't make no sense, man. It's not that is not a bad movie.
Yeah.
That is not a bad movie, man.
say it's better than Iron Man 3. Y'all want to drop Iron Man 3 down, so?
What if we just move Ragnarok up?
Yes.
Where are we moving?
Ragnarok up right below Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm okay with that. I will compromise for that. Just everything down. Put Ragnarok's there.
You know, we needed fresh eyes. That's all.
No,
We just
you
need
know,
fresh
oh
eyes.
my gosh, bro. That Incredible.
You got
How is it
Incredible.
above the Incredible Hulk? That makes no sense to me.
That Incredible Hulk movie was not bad. I
It was
just
good.
watched
Yeah,
it.
Incredible Hulk was good.
It's not better than
It's
Ragnarok.
not the 2003 joint. That movie
It's
was
not,
good.
but it's not better than
I
Ragnarok.
tell you this, I didn't fall asleep on Incredible Hulk.
I
Hulk
didn't
was
either.
better in Ragnarok than he was.
When's the
in
last
that
time you
movie.
watched Incredible Hulk? When's the last time you watched Incredible Hulk? You don't even know.
Before Endgame came out.
How about Ant-Man
Because
and
I
the
watched
Wasp?
all the Marvel movies that had come out to that point.
All right,
Yeah,
what if we just moved Ant-Man and the Wasp down one?
You know what? I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp in full, but I feel like that sounds right.
Where were y'all when we were ranking this? Because
Hey man,
goodness
I must.
gracious,
Hey, you know me. Hey,
this,
We were
Thor-
supposed to
this
revisit it and
Ragnarok
we
hate
didn't.
was just ridiculous.
I
First of all,
tell you, I must have been real persuasive.
You did
that
not
night.
argue it that much. You give don't.
Because y'all both were like anti Ragnarok the whole day. Like that was my one I had to like let go.
I mean, I still am, but I feel
Everybody
I'm
had to
getting
compromise
bullied.
one of these movies.
I'm getting bullied. I was happy with Thor Ragnarok back down where it was. I moved it because y'all was telling me to move it just now. I'm not putting it over
Look,
here.
you got bullied out of
Yo, this is hilarious.
out of Winter Soldier. I got bullied out of Ragnarok. JBM got bullied on I think what Ant-Man? What was his movie? What was he fighting for?
I was fighting for those X-Men movies to be lower on the list.
That wasn't a
when
fight.
we were doing the MCU stuff.
Oh, the MCU.
I don't think he was fighting for things as much as he was fighting against things.
Yeah, there you go. That was my.
Him was
No,
anti-
that Ant-Man movie is up that high because that was the one that he was championing.
I
Yeah,
thought like
y'all were like
Ant-Man.
sleep. Y'all was sleeping on Ant-Man. Y'all had Ant-Man like
and I
18.
didn't.
I was fighting for Ant-Man too.
But you jumped in. JBM jumped in on that one. So I got I got the override. Then y'all both jumped on me for the Ragnarok thing. So there we go. It all balances out.
How about we
You know what
gonna
I'm
leave Ragnarok where it is right now?
saying? Scales was tipped.
We gonna leave Ragnarok where it is right now. How about that?
I'm cool with it.
What's left?
All right, well, are we skipping X2 for now? Still?
We skipped X2 because y'all feeling some type of way about X2 today.
My opinion on that's not changing.
I did watch it recently. X2. Yeah. There's a lot of nostalgia in it, but it didn't hold up for me. I'll be honest with you.
Which one?
X2.
Oh, you went back and watched it?
Yeah, it doesn't hold up
Thank you.
from from my childhood. It was
Okay.
better when I was a child.
On this list,
Man. I can breathe easy.
on this list, we have X2 in the 4th spot. Are you saying now that X-Men should be lower on this list?
No. Like it's fine on that in that ranking, but when we bring it into the rest of these films, it's things moving. But I mean, he could. I don't know. I don't care about that anymore. That Fox list is terrible.
We use. Never mind. Okay.
It's terrible. Like, look, at the end of the day, everything is competing against MCU films. So,
All right. How about this? Are we watching X2 or are we watching Thor: The Dark World?
I'm watching X2. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll watch that again.
I'm watching Dark World, even though I didn't see it. I haven't
You
seen
haven't
it.
seen it. I told you this last time. If you haven't seen it, we can't even use you.
What made it so bad though? Was
What?
it just slow?
Thor: The Dark.
World.
It was just
There's a lot of plot holes.
A lot of stuff going on. A lot of plot holes. A lot of slow. It was slow. It was. I don't know where they were going with that movie.
It was like an orc battle or whatever they were, gremlins.
Dark elves. The whole
Dark
plot
elves?
didn't make sense. They were going
That
back
wasn't
and
cool?
forth. And,
Dark elves sound cool.
They were barely on screen.
Oh, okay.
They
But
weren't really
Natalie
together.
Portman got powers.
It was wild.
She Hulk. She
You
was
have
She
to
Hulk.
watch. No, you just have to watch. You gotta watch the movie.
Did I say She Hulk? I meant to
Yes,
say
it
the
did.
Yeah.
Thor woman.
No, that didn't happen. But I just watch the movie. Watch the movie.
Copy that.
Form
Copy
your
that.
own opinions. Form your own opinions. I'm
All
not
right.
going to
So how
taint
we feeling?
expectations.
JBM, did you get to watch the New Mutants?
No, I saw it today. I almost played it, but I remembered how y'all said it wasn't good. So
I didn't say it wasn't good. I said it's not as bad as they said it was going to be. They said, "Oh, this movie is going to be terrible. It's awful. It's a waste of time." Blah, 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 blah. It was worth coming out in theaters. I don't know why they did all that. My
Yeah.
only negative, because I thought it was a good story. The thing that bothered me was they billed it as a horror film, and I didn't think it was that scary.
Yes. Yep.
So they shouldn't have called it a horror film, but I thought it was pretty good.
okay.
Yeah. It was. It was. They advertised it wrong. That hurt it. Watching the movie for what it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, but it also wasn't like mind blowing, but it was solid. And it had potential for sequels. That's the thing. Like it's a solid platform to build
Yes.
on, and the unfortunate thing is like we're not going to get any sequels for it. So yeah, but I would watch that.
I would watch that over.
I would watch it before I watch Dark World again.
I can say the same.
I wouldn't.
I
watch
can
Dark
also
World.
say I would watch the Wolverine. I would watch all the way up to. No, I would watch the next three: New Mutants, the Wolverine, and X-Men. I would watch those before I would watch Thor: The Dark World. I would watch these three before I watched Thor: The Dark World.
Can I? Yeah. No.
Any
I don't
argument?
disagree with that. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't
That's
say.
2-1 out because I would still keep X-Men movies, X-Men, X-Men Last Stand, X-Men Origins. I'll still keep those below.
I would say the first X-Men only because I'll never forget seeing Rogue run away from home. Like there was some nostalgia in that first movie. Seeing Senator Kelly is dead. The way Halle Berry said it, I'll never like that. Yeah, but like after that, we can put Thor: The Dark World and then throw the rest of that list down there, and I'm good with that.
Can we move the Wolverine above Captain Marvel? Can we do that?
The Wolverine. That's the one that takes place in Japan.
Yeah, with Silver Samurai.
I say no, but I'm gonna let you argue that with Coop. Coop is the tiebreaker.
Yeah, the Wolverine X2. How is it below X2? I don't understand.
Where did you say you wanted to put it?
He wants
Above
to put
Captain
it right.
Above Captain Marvel? I can't put it above Captain Marvel.
Can we put it above X2?
And X2, I'm gonna let Imani take that one.
The answer for me was no. You
I was about to say
you were the
that's gonna be
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker.
Yo, y'all really gonna watch X2 before you watch the Wolverine?
Yes.
That's what y'all telling me.
Yes.
Coop, that's what you Coop, you just watched it and you realized
I
it
still,
wasn't.
but I still don't. I would rather watch X2 than the Wolverine. I was not a fan of that movie. I'm so serious. I'm dead serious. I would still watch that movie before I saw X2.
That's the tragedy. Bring Ragnarok back down on the list.
I can't. I'm not.
You can bring Ragnarok back down.
That joke was not for me.
Can I put this here? Is this okay?
Yes, I'm good with that. Cause wait, what's next?
What's next is the rest of the.
Hell no! I would definitely watch. I'm definitely watching Last Stand. No, what is it? I'm watching Dark World before Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four. All those movies.
So
Yeah,
then this
So we just copy paste the rest.
yeah. Copy paste the rest.
copy and paste. Oh, leave it the way it was.
Yeah, Dark World, and
And
then
then
What's up, Rider 96?
that's Mr. Otter. I
That's
think
it.
Mr. Otter.
Ducky, you feel me? You
What's
feel
going
me?
on?
Wolverine plot was so much better than X2. X2 was all over the place.
That's our list. How y'all feel?
I feel good. I'm just salty with the Wolverine, man. But outside of that, I'm good.
So we do
Solid
have
list.
a few more Marvel films to add in, but we don't have to do that tonight.
All right, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Man, Dr. Momo, you gotta watch X2 again and get some of that memory back. It's not that bad. I like that. My opinion might not be worth much though, because I also, although I don't think it's a good movie, I still watch X-Men Origins Wolverine every time it's on TV.
Is the Wolverine streaming again somewhere?
The Wolverine is on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, cool. Watch that, please. And we don't
No,
have to change the list. We don't have to change the list.
I
just want
apologize.
to
I'm
watch it.
wrong. That movie is not on Disney Plus. X-Men Origins Wolverine is on Disney Plus. The Wolverine is not streaming. Logan is not streaming. I don't.
All right. Well, since I rewatched X2, I'll have to rewatch the Wolverine with fresh eyes, and then when we add the what's left, the Sony and all that other stuff.
Yes. Remaining Marvel films. You got Blade, the 2003 Hulk. This going all the way.
All this stuff is getting
can't-
all this.
I can't wait to put this all the way at the bottom. Oh no. This wasn't worse
No,
than.
because you said
Yeah,
it wasn't
I
worse
like
than.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
It's not worse than
all right.
the-
Because I was about to say now. Wait a second. Because
The
that was my worst
2003
pick.
Hulk was bad, but it was
That
not
2003 Hulk was
than the
atrocious.
2015 Fantastic Four. That still works. But the Hulk 2003, I saw that like a month and a half ago. It took me 3 days to finish.
All right, so we
this
gotta add.
top
We gotta
four.
work.
This list
That's what I'm
is
saying.
gonna be tough. That top four.
We're gonna have to. We might have to rework our top, maybe top 10.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
might have to.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Maybe.
rework our list to add these movies in. So that's what's left on the list for the Marvel side of things for the Marvel films up to this point. That's exciting. I like the list so far, but yeah, that definitely throws a wrench in things. But I will watch the Wolverine between now and next Tuesday, because we'll be back on the Cookout for this to continue.
Yes.
Y'all know where
And then next week
I
is our 1 year anniversary. Or is it the
Yes.
week after?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nice. We 1 year old. Yeah.
1
We
years
gotta
old.
put a candle cupcake on live or something, like the candle.
Everybody bring a
Low.
cupcake.
Yeah. So what is it? The 20.
The 27th was our first video, but I believe
What day is the 27th fall?
it's a Sunday. I won't be available.
I worked that
Okay.
weekend.
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, I worked that weekend also. But we're moving to weekdays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say we might be able to do something like in Discord, on the stages on a Sunday,
I could do that.
just do something on the day, on the 27th. But we'll have our live stream celebration, of course, on Tuesday, the following Tuesday. But yeah. Tune in, guys. Appreciate you all for watching and tuning in.
Yeah,
Good.
man.
Audience participation, like the back and forth, that was all great. And Imani, what we got going on?
Oh, before we go, I will drop this link. As you all know, my family lost my little brother in 2016, and in order to spread joy instead of being sad all the time, we give away scholarships to incoming college freshmen in his name. So I'm gonna drop that link in the Discord for y'all. I'm gonna put it in. It's already in the Discord, and I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you want to, please donate. Not too much pressure. I'm not begging, but you will definitely make some incoming college freshmen very happy by sharing.
Yeah, man. Get some of that
Yeah,
good
man.
popcorn.
Please donate. Please do it, and
Yeah.
we'll continue to promote it on
Yeah.
socials and everywhere for
Hmm.
as long as what you call it's up. How long is this running?
It
Till
ends
Friday, right?
on Friday. You have
Oh
until
yeah, so we'll
Friday.
promote it every day between
Yes.
now and then.
Thank y'all.
Cool.
But let me get this out of here. But
Also,
oh,
oh no, go ahead, continue.
I was just gonna say, please join us tomorrow, right here live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We will be discussing Loki episode 2 at 8 p.m. Coop start Friday, Bad Batch.
Yes, Bad Batch Review episode 8, I believe. Yes, on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the channel. That will be on just YouTube.
Yeah.
All
uh,
right, all right. What you got?
I think that's all I got. Thank y'all again. As always, please
Um,
follow us on. Oh, we got come JBM.
one more thing. This past week, I got engaged. Just want to share that
Woo
good
woo!
info with you. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congrats!
Hey.
Shouts out to JBM. Shouts out to Monica.
Boo thing. What up?
Yes, sir. Man, we
We gotta
definitely happy for
celebrate
you too.
ourselves
We're
more
gonna
often.
celebrate that. Well, yeah, we
This
are.
week.
There will be. Don't worry, we got that covered. But we definitely have to do something. Did you make that announcement in Discord?
No, I did
You
not.
didn't really make the announcement on your social
You
media.
haven't really announced it
I
at all.
did.
I think.
I did. On Facebook?
Oh, I'm not on Facebook,
I'm
so
not
you know.
friends
So.
on Facebook. Are we friends on
Oh,
Facebook? I was talking about Instagram.
Instagram, I just shared a story with the ring on it. That was about it. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right,
Yeah,
but yeah,
man.
man. Anything else? Anything? Any closing remarks? Anybody else?
I
Good.
would just say please follow us on Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Certified Gumbo. If you
Yeah.
enjoyed today's stream, please, always give us a like and subscribe to our channel. If you would like to support us some more, please buy us some coffee. The link is in the description bar below. And as always, we talk about this stuff all the time. So if you enjoyed this conversation, please join us on Discord. I think that's all I got.
Yeah. Eat your
Drop a
vegetables.
link to the Discord in the chat. You have a link to the coffee page as well. So both of those now, the Discord and the coffee page, are both in the chat. If you want to go donate, or if you want to join us on Discord, or do both, please do so. And without further ado, as I always say, peace, love, blessings, and may the force be with you always.